What's up, everybody? Maron13 here, and today, give me a minute. Gotta do something. Alright, we can go now. I had to look that up. Alright, just wait for this to load and we can get started with the video. And I'm gonna grab me a bottle of water real quick. I'm thirsty as hell. And there's no water left. Yay! Fuck! Oh, looks like I'm going for juice today. Shit. Looks like I'm going for juice today. Trying to drink more water. No, we ran the fuck out. Alright, just bear with me here for a couple of seconds. I'm thirsty. Alright, let's get started with the video. What if Asta had Sonic's powers part 2? Whew, thirsty as hell. Alright, we start the story off where we left off, right about before the first mission. Right? Yeah, before the first mission. Alright, let's get into it. Now, we just kind of see Asta going about his day with Noel doing all the chores Yami has him do. Lazy bum. God, I'm thirsty. But yeah, Yami just got him doing all the chores he needs him to do. But this is when Asta thinks it some kind of sense. Asta finds some, magma. You know what I mean. Magma coming in butt-ass naked. Asta, in a quick move, covers Noel's eyes. Hey! Noel says, trust me, unless you want to brutalize your eyes. Why the fuck are the police outside my neighbor's house? Not gonna get into it. Nope, none of that. Alright, guys. Noel says, hey, trust me, you don't want to see it. Now, Noel decides not to listen and pushes Asta's hands off her face, and Noel, she sees it. I warned you, Asta says. So, and then the whole spiel about the first mission, realizing that exchange goes similar to canon. I don't know how Asta has its sonic powers, but yeah. But yeah. Now then, we get to the problem here. I just heard something move. Now then, we get to where they get on this crazy cyclone and Asta this to stop. Even though Asta can fly on the Demon Slayer swords, he runs a lot faster than the sword, so he only did it that one time to prove that he could fly and pass with flying colors, or if he needs it to save his ass if he's falling, but no fall damage, so. Alright, I'm getting off track. We see Magma right in clear the cyclone, and Asta says he can run away there. Magma then asks Noel to get on. Noel says, hey, Asta, wait a minute. Let me come with you. Since it'd be kind of embarrassing for a royal to write that thing. Which we hear a slight hey from Asta in the background. Somewhat angry at the response. Which Asta does, and he again gives Noel a pair of goggles. What are these for? You know I can run fast. Noel, how fast do you think I can run? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm showing you. Trust me, why do you think I wear goggles on my head all the time? Unless you want dust to get in your eyes. Go ahead, don't put them on. Oh. As Noel puts goggles on, and Asta tells her to go on his back. As he rushes off. Wait, no. Well, I'm having a nice fun trip. At most you can have a trip with someone running at that speed. It's mostly decent besides some of the loop-de-loops, jumps. Asta does a lot of tricks with Noel, and she's kind of scared. Which we finally see Asta get to a platform. Well, not platform per se, you know what I mean. Get to the place where they need to take care of the boars. And so, and considering the fact they got there a lot earlier than Cannon, Asta starts taking care of the boars. Sitting as he pulls out the Demon Dweller sword and runs around. With Noelle just sitting there and watching as Asta kills multiple boars at once. And remember, Magda gets here a lot faster too, since he doesn't have to carry 2 people, or even 1 person this time with him to Saucy Village. Just, one but by himself. So he gets there right after amount as Asta is done with the boars. Wow, yeah, shit. I forgot Agnes' name for Asta. Your Black Clover fan, you forgot Agnes' name. Shit, okay. Maxon, yeah. But yeah, as Magma tells Asta that he did a lot. He did that a lot faster than they would have normally done. Asta replying, "I am the fastest thing alive," so it's like a quiet jog for me, which surprises Noelle that she was actively with Asta while running, and she thinks that's a jog. So yeah, this is when Magma senses something. He senses someone fighting. Well, more like, which then leads to Asta just picking them both up and running. After Magma tells Asta this, it leads with Asta picking them both up and running, over there. Which they see a puff of cloud smoke. They see a cloud smoke and it's almost immediately taken care of by Asta. One quick slash of the Dweller sword. As Asta then rushes the 2 of them in there just to see, I say, right at the beginning of the mage's fight with Asta, the old man. So yeah. Which a quick homing attack from Asta sends when the mage is flying back. Ask what the hell do they think they're doing, and then they go on their whole spiel about yada yada yada, And this is when you assume Asta will handle this really quickly. Well, he does for 2 of them, and so the mage just uses if you attack me, no matter how fast you move, I'll drop the icicles over these people and kill them without a second thought. Which puts Asta at a disadvantage. As Asta wants to keep everyone here alive, even though he could possibly, there still might end up with a casualty or 2. And so, eventually, as the fight goes on, while Asta tries to figure out a plan, Noelle unlocks her new spell, Sea Dragon's Cradle, yeah. Wait, no, I forgot what it was called. Find out later. Yeah. So that really goes over smoothly. The old man's still alive. And that really much ended in a couple of minutes at most. Where I should go. Alright, so then we get back to Asta after another run from, they get back there, no casualty, and Nero still came in oh, wait a minute. After all of that, Nero comes in, which Liba is probably in Asta's grimoire. Yeah, Liba. Shit. Liba's in Asta's grimoire. Well, Nero comes out and starts poking Asta in the head with the magic stone. God, stupid bird! Quit poking me! Asta says out in a slight frenetic rage as he swings his hand at super speed. Seems as faster than what a normal person can, move. But not fast enough to where he doesn't actually hit her. After that whole debacle, they find out it's a stone, and the old man decides to give it to them as a token of appreciation for saving them. So, yeah. Alright, now, after that, we get back, and this is when Asta and Noel find out that they're 30 in the negatives with gold stars. What the fuck? As that's where it cuts off for us. We asked to go into his and Libe's room, which Vanessa stops him and asks Libe to come out. She gives him like a little black bull's robe. Because he's a little guy. Yeah. Which Asta teases Libe about this in their room. Alright, well, let's get to the dungeon. Wait a minute, what comes first? Dungeon or shit. Yeah, what comes first is... how do I forget this? Yeah, Noelle gets her wand. They go to the... Vanessa takes Asta and Noelle to the dark magic shop. Noelle gets her wand, and Asta stops the dude, goes in the canyon, but he knows there's something about the old lady he gave the purse back to. He can't figure it out right now, but he knows that this isn't any regular old lady, which he thinks he'll come back to this later. And I guess Asta got, I don't know, a new glove, something, I don't know. I mean, you can really decide on that one. I like a bit of shit. Asta gets... what could I give him? Just get some, like, nice accessory thing. I don't know. Alright, I'm there. Now then, we start off in the dungeon arc of me. As we see, that Yami tells Asta, Noelle, and Luck to come here. As he tells them that they gotta... oh, I need to stop talking fast. As he tells Asta and Noelle, Luck, that they got a mission from the Wizard King Julius himself. Which Asta's saying, that's cool. And, well, we get there, thanks to Finra opening the portal, even though Asta would like to run there. Then, Yami told him to do what he listened to his captain. We see Asta and, and Luck get to the portal, get to the dungeon. They go inside, and things happen similar to the cannon, except for, like, Asta's a lot faster, that even if a truck reacts, it gets folded very quickly and easily. Like the monster that grabbed Noelle. It's dead, like, almost an instant after grabbing her. Asta with one quick sonic wind killed it. Before had a chance to fire. Which we see, this is when and a silver-haired boy and a... Look, man, we know who these people are. I'm not going to go over and describe it. As we see Klaus and Mimosa pop up. Now then, Acid lets mostly what Klaus side until he gets to the commoner shit. Which then leads to Klaus meeting the floor in less than a millisecond. With Klaus wondering how the hell that happened, Acid says, watch, even for a while, you should really watch your mouth when talking to someone a lot stronger than you. As Acid grabs him and says, come on, we have to go find Luck. Pretty sure he's in trouble. Meet you there, Alright. Asta says, as he runs off with Noelle, which Noelle actually kept the goggles Asta gave her, so yay. Klaus, meaning like, as he's still processed, since in the span of getting hit and Asta grabbing Noelle and running happened in less than, I say, about 5 to 10 seconds at most. So yeah. As and tells him to get up. He's not wrong. Just stop. Fuck. Who the hell is in text messages to do this damn iPhone? Hold up, give me a minute. don't mind that. That was just something going off in the house. Not anything dangerous. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we see Asta game there to no Luck, and well, Luck has a lot more respect to Asta in this timeline as getting beat in the foot race with Asta, number one. And number two, he knows Asta is stronger than him, which just makes him want to fight Asta even more. They haven't had an all-out fight yet, which they haven't had an all-out fight yet, though. But Luck is planning on getting Asta to go to one. So Asta gets Luck to listen to reason a lot earlier here in canon, and it leads to the smoke mage getting his ass kicked. Now then, this is when we get to something that actually changes for once. Well, besides the old man being alive, but when Asta grabs Noelle and Luck and gets there, he sees being thrown into a wall. Damn, he's tough. You having trouble, As Asta pops down behind him. Yeah, maybe, if you look at what he's got on him. As this is when they look at Mars and realize he has something. A Chaos Emerald? Huh. I wonder you're having trouble with this guy. He's using cheats. Yep, you don't say. As gets up. Also, he may or may not. Also, he has he has mine as well. Oh, lovely. Asta said, as Mars, then I don't know, he has like some sort of contraption on him to generate the power of the emeralds into his body. Along with his crystal magic and, fire, with all his other magic, this actually makes him a tough opponent. Now, even though Asta can keep up with him, Chaos Control is a bitch. It also hacks. Well, after seeing that he has 2 Chaos Emeralds, though, Asta almost immediately rushes Mars with the Demon Dweller sword out. As he takes a swing, going for Mars to teleport behind Asta and hit him with a mean kick, which sends Asta flying into a wall. Jesus. It's right, he is tough. As Zuno teleports over to Asta. We're gonna have to work together for this one, right? Asta says, as Zuno and Asta both rush him as Klaus looks at the power of these 2 commoners fighting this man with these strange gems that seemingly boost his power. With Asta coming in from the left, with a right, and coming in with a roundhouse kick from, the left. Right, shit, They miss, of course, since even with their speed, we've seen that someone with Chaos Control can outrun someone like Sonic. Not outrun per se, but move out of the way before you can get hit by someone with speed like Sonic or Shadow. Since we see this in Adventure 2 and Sonic X, so, and this is when everyone starts to see some of the true power of Asta and as they see blue and yellow? It's yellow. Yellowish red blur bursting, trying to catch Mars, while they're also dodging his attacks and trying not to get fatally wounded that much. As everyone just sees these 2 blurs bursting around the room at incredible speed. And this is when Asta finds a thing, fake out! Which Asta then gives, a nod, which you don't understand. Leads Asta to back off and run into the ceiling, while the baits Mars into doing something, try to attack him. This is when Mars, who's not busy on trying to Chaos Control right now, when Asta comes in a full spin dash rush, with the Demon Dweller sword smacks him upside the head. He shatters the ground on impact and, puts Mars into the ground, knocking him out. Way past cool, Asta says as he gives a fist bump. They take the Chaos Emeralds for him. They take the 2 Emeralds for him, and has them. Now they're tired as they go, as Klaus is still talking about how could 2 commoners be this strong. It's Asta then He still has the stick up his ass, doesn't he? Which, just gives a slight nod in agreement. As they walk... Well, as they walk into the door, Asta slashes open, which we didn't see Liebe coming out of nowhere, which Klaus is surprised by, but does find Sylph's thing here. Well, Sylph's scroll here for, We did see Asta. This is when we see Liebe telling Asta where to go here. Which, one kick down the door. Excuse me. Asta finds the Demon Slayer? Wait, no. Demon Dweller. I got the two mixed up. Asta's been using the Demon Slayer, so I'm sorry. Demon Dweller sword. Asta gets the Demon Dweller sword here. As it goes into his grimoire, this is when Asta sees something that enrages him beyond belief. He sees him stabbed right in the same place his mother was almost stabbed by Lucifer all those years ago. Along with, Minosa, Luck, and it's even Class on the ground. As Asta walks out, as we just see a blank expression on his face, as Asta's eyes turn pure blood red. As the emeralds Asta has on him and the emeralds Mars has on him start to glow black before black energy shoots out at Asta. With one vicious scream, Asta transforms and and Mimosa and Clouds and Luck all see this while Mimosa is trying to heal Noelle. They see Asta's clothes now all black and distorted. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could find a... Which way y'all want to go with this? Wow, these are where humans sound. No offense to the people who made him, I mind you. So, Yeah, y'all want to go with this? Yeah, let's go with this. We can't find anything better right now. They see that Asta's skin has darkened significantly. Well, not significantly, but now it's like a pure... Well, it's like severely pale. It's lost its coloration. Asta's eyes aren't there anymore. Yet just white circles that were his eyes. His hair now spiked up. Asta's clothes are all pure black, bursting with power. Which is able to tell is chaos energy. As remembers something from the book that... Yeah. I say that would make a copy of the book by just writing everything down on a new book. That way, so him and Asta can both have one. As remember something he saw in the book about the Chaos Emeralds, how the heart unifies the power. And then he remembers what Asta told him all those years ago about how he used the Chaos Emerald to save his mom. And how she was going to be stabbed in the stomach if it wasn't for the Chaos Emeralds. Realizes that Asta's wrong. Thanks to this bringing up some trauma and PTSD from Asta, unfortunately for Mars, he's released something that even doesn't know about. As realize, but then you get to realizing that Asta is using the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds for this transformation. As we see up here, as we don't really hear anything besides a slow growl from Asta, as Mars says, "What are you doing there, just standing there like you're I don't know, some cocky shit, I don't know. You think you're menacing just standing there? Move!" "With pleasure," Asta replies, before he disappears in a flash of black light, before appearing in Mars, grabbing him by the face and throwing him through the wall, back out where the fight was. Now, thanks to this lovely, since this broke both of the doors too, well, the door and also shattered some rubble of the cost down. This ended up waking Noelle up, who was done healing. And then we see Libe fight beside her. What's happening to Asta? Which, then gives a quick explanation. Libe gives a quick explanation on how Asta is drawing from the dark side of the negativity of the Chaos Emeralds. After another quick explanation of what the Chaos Emeralds are to everyone there, they realize that this is a lot more dangerous threat than what they should be doing. As realizing that, what if he steals the positive energy from whatever positive energy is left in the emeralds? As tries, he gets a slight boost. That boosts in his power, and by the time he runs out the way, he sees dark Asta holding Mars by his throat, ready to kill him without a second thought, as he's slowly crushing down on his windpipe, which Mars has all but been defeated by this point, since the Chaos Emeralds he had on the ground. Okay. Says, the servers are the god. Why can't I remember this quote? I just heard it yesterday. He says the quote, the incantation of the emeralds, and they react to his heart and glowing glory before circling around him and combining in the What is after this is that he has blonde hair. He has blonde spiked up hair and red eyes. Asta notices this before dropping Mars's body. Dropping Mars before giving him a swift kick into the wall. Asta then standing down at with the now red blood eye. His now red shining eyes. Asta, calm down. Noelle's alive and fine. As Libe even comes in and says, yeah, it's not like what almost happened to Mom. Mom's okay and Noelle's okay. You can calm down. Although by this point, negativity has drawn Asta too far. As he starts walking towards them, I think we're going to have a fight on our hands. As says, hope it didn't come to this. As he charges up before rushing at Asta, which does the same. The ensuing clash almost completely shatters the cave itself. As a shockwave ripples throughout both of them before Asta ends up being the upper hand and giving a swift punch in the stomach, before grabbing him and flying completely up, smashing through the walls using as a sort of battering ram through the walls. We see Asta come out of the cave before spinning and throwing Although by this point has actually regained some. By this point regained some balance. And quickly uses chaos control to appear behind Asta before smacking him into the ground. He doesn't continue. He continues his onslaught by holding his hands together and shooting out multiple tiny chaos spears, which engulf Asta in an explosion before you did. Chaos spear! One chaos spear in the ground and an explosion that shines up to, I'd say, about the sky. Yeah, a green explosion. As he was already tired from doing this. Dark Asta pounced behind him from giving him a double hammer slam into the ground. He didn't beat him before he can hit the ground, before kicking back up in the air and turning into slight sonic pinball for a couple of minutes. As he goes completely around, keep kicking him and over and over and over again, before he grabs, slamming back down into the cave to where everyone else is. As they see Asta drag through the ground before throwing him into a wall. Damn, he's strong, says. As he wipes the blood from his mouth, since the herd of super entity, before you ask, the herd of super entity, you need to be on the same level of power. So that they both use 4 emeralds to transform. Yeah, they're about roughly on the same power. Plus the anger boost. So Asta is somewhat stronger, but not by that much, which is why he hasn't killed yet. Which after this, Asta charges up a spin for a flash. He's in his spin ball form. What would I call him? I'll come back to it later. As Asta slams into dragging him more throughout the walls. This is when Noelle gets up and realizes that she's kind of the cause of why. Well, Mars is the one who did it, but seeing her hurt is also the cause of Asta's severe anger right now, which is why he won't listen. As Noelle reasons, maybe if he sees me okay, fine, alive, this will get him to calm down. As Noelle, before Noelle can even move again, is thrown through the wall yet again. As Asta comes up, he's about to punch while he's on the ground, which Noelle stands in front of and tells Asta that she's fine. And she's sorry for whatever happened, but he needs to calm down. Asta, in his dark state, finally looks at Noelle and Liebe, who's on her head, and telling her, "Come on, bro. She's fine. Everyone is alive. All right." Juno has dropped away from his super form by now. As Asta passes out, the form dropping almost immediately, and him being caught by Noelle. As Noelle rushes out of sight of a reef, how that could have gone so much worse. This is when Mars pops up yet again, trying to pull some shit, and Sylph shows up, and Noelle smacks him away. So yeah, after that, they get everyone out of there. Which, after thanks to most of the healing Asta, he wakes up. My head. As Asta looks at everyone and asks them why they're looking at him like that. When Will asks, "You don't remember? Remember what? I saw you getting hurt and then blacked out. I don't remember much else until now." As they explain to Asta what happened. And after this, Asta apologizes to both his brothers, and, Liebe. Huh, finally said it right. Yay for me. But yeah. After this, Klaus pulls Asta and into a hug and gives his deepest apologies for the way he treated him and how his nobility shouldn't allow him not to treat people like people instead of trash. So yeah. After this, Asta is still severely fatigued after this. Takes the emerald that Mars has and his original one and goes off as Asta. It keeps the two he has. 4 of the 7 Chaos Emeralds have been found. Where are the other ones? Who knows? As we see Noelle helping Asta through the door, this is when the Black Bulls ask what happened. With Asta not being able to explain right now. Noelle says she'll explain after she helps Asta to his bed. But she does things to help Liebe to their room, and which Asta almost completely passes out again thanks to the exhaustion. As Noelle asks, "Where's the book about the Chaos Emerald so I could understand more and also help explain to everyone else since they need to know about this?" Which Liebe quickly goes into his grimoire and pulls it out. Or actually no. He goes to a bookshelf and pulls it out and gives it to Noelle as they fly back through. Noelle and Liebe start to explain what happened, how everything was normal at first, until Noelle was run through her stomach. Or was it right above her stomach? Right near her abdomen. Or close to her ribs. As they explain what type of anger-filled transformation Asta took on. One that was filled with pure rage. And how that's what's possible. It was just outright beating. She also explains what happened to which Asta was outright just beating into the ground. And she also explains how Asta was just kind of beating into the ground. Yeah. Which Levi explains to everyone, including Wells, and she asks is not what if you said something happened to your mom. Almost happened to your mom. What was it? As Levi explains, since, he can trust the Black Bulls. They're like a second family by this point. As Levi explains that he's actually a devil, and also explains everything that happened. And how Licho was nearly killed, and this probably nearly killed. Actually, should I change to where she was stabbed through, or I'll think about it later. And if I do, I'll redo part 1 and make a new canon for it. But yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna change it. Licho was run through, but thanks to the power of the Calf Emerald, Asta was able to risk Lucifer away and heal Lichida. So yeah. So she never knew her mom, but this actually brings up some empathy towards Asta, even more empathy. It's not like that Asta protect her, but also to watch your mother almost die in front of you. Never knew her mom, which is why she feels even worse about knowing that Asta had to go through that, 5 to 7? I'm gonna say 7. So, yeah. Which, all of the Black Bulls accept the fact that Levi is a devil, and, considering that, he's not evil or anything, Levi's actually able to start using his true form around the Black Bull base. Which Vanessa gives him a bigger Black Bull's robe for it. Which I'm pretty sure I can find. I think I saved some fan art of that actually, but I'll go back to it later and check. But yeah, whenever Levi's at the Black Bull's hideout, he'll either show his devil form, be in his full devil form, or just in his small chibi form. But yeah. As Levi starts to talk and get to know everyone more personally than what already knew. He has a fight with Luck. Thanks to anti-magic, he overpowers Luck, and also thanks to the Chaos ability, promptly puts Luck on his ass. Should I give him? I might. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah. I'll probably go into 5. I'm pretty sure I could do the whole other arc for it and let's take a look back for a little bit as we see at the cave. We see tiny little magic bots. What they have robots at events here, I don't really know. But it's Dr. Fuck it. As we see a man in a base. I might have that power. If I could replicate it, it would help me to take over the world and complete Eggman land. I'm sorry, I can't do it. As revealed to be a dangerous Dr. Ivo Robotnik, or known as Eggman. Which I hope please mind my shitty Eggman voice. I'll try. I'll try to get better at it. Which is the best I can promise. Alright. Let's see. Is my phone about to do... I can go until I'm at 5%, so let's keep this train going. Actually, let's see how... minute. 39 minutes. Yeah, I can keep this train going. Let's go. Maha 13 is back in full swing. Alright, I'm gonna get this done now since I gotta go take care of wash my doghouse. Maybe I should call in my old friends at the Eye of the Midnight Sun. They could help me get the biometric data for this boy. Create the ultimate weapon. Oh, shit. I'll try to get better at it, I promise. In fact, I should probably start looking up voice impressions now. Which, yeah, but also Asta, still have the same voice actors, except Asta's kind of more cocky and, shows more emotion. So, yeah. But, yeah, let's get into it. Which I hope after a couple of days, everyone's kind of worried about Asta. That form took a lot out of his body. When Will goes to check up on Asta, she finds out that he's gone. Now she immediately runs and tells the other Black Bulls, Liba, who's still here, tells them exactly where the hell Asta went and that he went back to visit their mother. Well, at their house, since, Lucida's still alive here. Which, Liba says it shows someone the way, and they decided to send Noel since, they seem to have a close relationship, along with the fact that even people who knew Asta for the longest couldn't pull him out of the dark state, and yet Noel did. Even though, let's be honest, her getting hurt was the trigger, so, it makes sense that seeing she's fine would be the D-trigger for the transformation. You get what I'm saying, alright? As Libe takes Noel to Hodge Village. Well, more like Finra opens up a portal there. Yeah. Because I don't think he would have the Grimoire. Which, they pop out of the house before Libe turns into a Shibi form and tells Noel to go knock on the door. With a quick knock at the house, we see Lichida open the door. As she sees Liba on Noel's shoulder, she says, "Hi, Liba. Who's this?" As Noel introduces herself as Noel Silver and Asta's friend and was wondering if he was here. Which, Uchida gives a head nod and lets her come in. It's actually a pretty nice house. Seeing the fact that Asta, would do things around, multiple places of the world to get extra money. So, yeah. It's a pretty nice house. Which has it upstairs, actually. As Lichida points Noel upstairs, as Libe stays downstairs to talk with his mother. Nero's with him. Well, she stays down there with Libe, as he takes his actual form and just talks with his mother. We see Noel walking up the stairs to Asta's room. Well, and a quick knock, and she tells Asta that she's coming in. She just sees Asta laying there on the bed, looking at the ceiling. Hey, Noel. Which Noel asks Asta why he left, and Asta just feel like he needed to talk to his mom about everything that happened. And also, he tells Noel sorry that if he scared her. A quick hug later, and, I'm not that good with emotional scenes, and I can't come up with one off the fly, but, basically, they talk for a couple of hours, and also there might be just a slight confession here and there, which just talk ends up with them knowing they like each other, but wanting to wait and see how much more they develop as friends first. But, yeah. So they know they like each other, but they're just waiting since they just met, but a couple of months ago, but They met a couple of months ago, but they like each other and they know it, they're just waiting. To get to know each other just a bit more beforehand, okay? Okay, good. Now after this, Asta goes back to the Black Bull base. He gets his head squeezed by Yami for a couple of minutes, Alright. Got that covered. Can I do the arc before my phone dies? Yeah, fuck it, why not? So yeah, we see Asta. As we hear that Asta, Luck, and Noel go up to Yami and tells him that the Wizard King has summoned them to talk about how the mansion went. With a quick one there, thanks to Finral, a portal opens up, and, this is when they meet Noel, Klaus, and Mimosa again. After some quick, nice banner, which Asta sees Mimosa back away from him, which leaves Asta to feel just somewhat bit down since I feel like even Sonic will feel a bit down if like Amy or Cream like reacted that way with him after seeing him in his dark form. He'd be a bit down too. Which this leads to Noelle to go talk to Mimosa. She finds out that Mimosa has feelings for Asta. Noelle not wanting to break her cousin's heart, but having to tell her the truth that her and Asta are somewhat together, but more like they know they like each other. They have feelings for each other, but they're not acting on it right now. This leaves Mimosa downtrodden, but thanks to a pep talk from Noelle and telling her that there are other amazing guys out there. Vada-boom. There we go. Alright, let's see where we can go from here. Now, then we see Asta and Yuna, and everyone meeting Julius for the first time. And this is when Asta said, wait a minute, you're that old lady I gave that bag all day a couple of weeks ago. As Asta finally was able to put his finger on who that old lady was. It was Julius, cross-dressing. As an old woman. So, you have some slight weird kinks, my dude, but I won't judge you. Asta says, which, I mean, gets everyone but Nuno, say Asta, but get used to this. Same thing with eBay. So after they explain about mostly what happened in Canyon, this is when Julius brings up what those emeralds are, and yada, everything else, which, thanks to bringing the book along, Asta explains what the emeralds are and what happened to them, and during their fight. Now, pulled from the positive side, and Asta, after seeing Noelle get hurt, pulled from the negative side of the emeralds, which transformed them. But yeah, then we get to the lovely royal banquet, which Asta's eating more normally than Canyon, since raised by his mother here and has decent manners. This is when Asta sees something from the corner of his eyes. Wrong one. Noelle's older brother, I can't remember the other one. Nozzle. He's about to pour water on Noelle's head. In a quick burst of speed, Asta catches the water, and before it can actually forms into a ball in less than a second and chucks it in Nozzle's face. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's really a nice thing to pour water on someone's head while they're eating, jackass. So my question is, what are you doing? And this leads to Nozzle spouting about Royal Not. He gets kicked in his shit. I'm just going to cut straight to it. I don't really need to explain. With Asta being a lot faster than him and longer than Asta being a lot stronger than him, thanks to antimatter and chaos energy, he gets his ass kicked. Same thing with Sand Mage and her sister until Nozzle shows up. Nozzle. I got him confused, didn't I? Until Nozzle Silva shows up. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look up our siblings' names again. How do I forget after I watched it? Now it's not time to focus on it. But yeah, after he pops up and tries to pick a fight, which Asta's more than willing to fight, even with Noelle telling him to stand down, chill out. Which we see something happen to Asta, which Noelle noticed. Dark glow starts to glow around that. Semi-dark Sonic form before he turns into full. Yeah. I mean, his hair is starting to glow somewhat darker. And the nimbles are reacting, which, where the hell do they keep the I'm just gonna, and before any of you ask, they keep the emerald in pocket space, since I really don't know other way they can just, fucking summon them out of nowhere. But yeah, after they appear from pocket space, no. Oh, no. Yeah, after they appear from pocket space, they don't appear from pocket space right now, but can tell that, hopefully this doesn't go like last time. Which this is when Asta and senses something, along with everyone else. that there's an invasion coming. Asta hops out the window Asta then almost immediately hops out the window. I don't know what to tell you. Wishing a blinding speed, Asta cuts open and just outright decimates the zombie army in less than a couple of seconds. Asta, decimate the zombie army. Unlike the ones where, Asta puts them down, they stay down permanently. This is when Asta finds, I can't remember his name. Look, Asta puts him in, and that's the done deal. I mean, he tries and his creations get folded immediately. But this is after Fugoyan shows up with Noelle holding a little girl. Getting a little girl and, nice, happy, fun times. Yay. Now, and this is something that Asta didn't realize as Fugoyan portal. Fortunately, Asta couldn't catch him in time. Which sends Asta into another berserk rage. But Asta's not as enraged when Noelle got hurt, so it's just semi-dark Sonic form for now, as he tears through any opponents in his way before Asta himself gets caught. Now, this is when Asta sees a man. This is when Asta sees Mr. Patry, but he doesn't know him yet, so lick. No. But also, this is when Asta sees a man in like a hovercraft in a red jumpsuit and a mustache and goggles on. As with a press of the button, a box appears around Asta before electrocuting him. Quick scream of pain as this magic machine processing before completely you know what I mean, copying Ash's biometric data and everything about him. After Asta's let out, this is when something else starts to glow before popping out. Which, how would a metal Asta look like? I mean, hold up. I really don't want him to look like that, though. It looks fucking stupid. And dear God, no. Why? The fuck is wrong with people making this shit? Yeah, you know what? He looks like a metal version of Asta with Sonic features, alright? Alright, good. Huh. Yeah, he just looks like a metal version of Asta with the Sonic features, alright? Alright. Okay? Okay. Metal Asta. As the robotic monstrosity gives it a look up, I suggest you get rid of this loathsome copy. As Asta looks like, what the hell? As Metal then proceeds to say, I am the one and true Asta. Before almost immediately bursting and just kicking Asta in the jaw. Which sends him into a wall before immediately speeding up, which Asta dodges before giving a swift kick, which is blocked. Which then leads to Asta doing a somersault all and back flipping away before releasing out a sonic wind. Which cuts, but misses. As Asta lands, which actually here's the thing: they're working with Eggman because he kind of wants the same thing as them, but man just wants to take over. He's backstabbing them basically. Also, they kind of owe him a few favors. You can make up your own idea why they owe him some favors. I hate stuff, but yeah. I have to finish this quick before my phone dies. Alright. Could have just made it part 3, but no, just had to. Come on. Okay, well, let's hurry this up. Which, after we get back to Noelle looking severely worried, I say, you better be okay, you idiot. well, Bacasta, shit, how do Bacasta, you better be okay. Which she's worried, admittedly. Well, is also worried. Well, not as worried, but worried. Because he'll know that Asta will make it out alive, but just wonders how hurt he'll be. Which, by the time Julius gets there, Asta is in a bit of a stale. I mean, when Sonic first fought Metal, he got his ass beat in the OVA, if we want to take that into account. But, so, yeah, Asta's kind of on the back end here from already being well, not tired per se, but more like he didn't expect to be electrocuted, which actually weakened him up a little bit. By the time that Julius gets there, he sees the metal monstrosity choking Asta the hell out. Well, not choking him out, stepping on him. And also pushing his foot down on Asta's arm. Which is scream. This is when Julius comes in and shoots Metal Asta away with time magic and does his old cool guy shit. She then brings Asta to him. Yeah, no, Asta's arm is broken from having, I guess, the strongest metal in the Black Cloververse. Yeah, let's go with he's made of the strongest metal in the Black Cloververse, so, it hurts like a bitch to be stepped on. Which we see Asta and Julius come back. And, this is also when Julius finds out about the whole magic light ordeal scheme, But, yeah, we see Asta and Julius come back. Asta's arm is definitely broken. He's hurt and slight limping. But, yeah. Alright, as we see Asta come back, need to make it out. Which is just immediately covered by a hug from Noelle. Don't ever do something stupid like that again. Which Asta says, alright. Before Asta has to go to the doctor to get his arm fixed up. Well, actually no, Mimosa heals his arm up just fine. As Asta, now then this is when Julius tells the captains that Asta is severely strong. And now thanks to this organization, which all that the captain knows about what happened at that place, what happened there at the dungeon. See, this is when Julius reveals all that happened, that they somehow cloned Asta into a metal copy that was even beating the original Asta into a dangerous metal copy. From what Asta told him, he was called Metal Asta, and that hurt and was extremely hard to fight. This is when all the captains start to think this over. Which Asta, while this is happening, Asta explains what the hell happened in the Metal Sonic fight. Well, Metal Asta, you know what I mean. Metal Asta fight. So, yay, lovely. After this, we see them get back. Wait, what? Alright, then we see, Asta and, Yami getting pulled into, but they get the mission. Everything goes as can after this point, and they get the mission to look for them. Wait a minute, damn it, what happens after? They go back for them. Okay, so they don't get the mission yet, but, yeah. Look, man, whatever happens to the canon after this point happens, and so the next part will change it, but you know what I mean. Alright, I'm tired and hungry. I'm about to get me a snack or something to eat and watch YouTube. I might make a part 3 in a little bit. After I have to go back and rewatch what happens after this, since I seemingly forgot. Damn it. Alright, look, besides that, Mario 13 signing.